Hello everybody! I've got 2 of my 3 recent orders that have just come in. Simon Says Stamp and Scrap and Stamp, one from the US, one from Canada. I've got another one coming from close to my heart. My last stamps and other accessories ever that I will get from close to my heart, unfortunately. I know that I was backing off on the orders I was doing this year. However, there were sales that were on, and you know what? I'm going to enjoy doing this on the weekends, okay? And I know that there are lots of you out there as well too that just like seeing what we get when we're shopping, because part of crafting, of course, is buying new stuff. So those of you that don't want to see another unboxing video and are going to leave nasty comments about promoting so much, you can just go take yourself and be a better person somewhere, okay? Anyway, let's see what we've got here. All right, let's start with the Canadian one, the Scrap and Stamp first. Wonderful little Canadian company out of Vancouver, BC to deal with. First thing out, ultra thick embossing power, UT. This is the Interference Blue. I have been on an obsession kick with it lately. I like putting the die cuts with a clear coat over top over whatever color that I'm using, usually for the card challenges that I do each weekend. And the Interference Blue, it does kind of a neat thing across the tops. New block for putting on top of your cards to hold things down. Usually I'm doing multiple cards at once, and I only had this one. So I got a Prism Studio one, and I think that's the 4x6, but it will work. Catherine Pooler, this one, no shaking sentiments stamp set. I got this because they do not open till Christmas, and a few of the other things in it. I like the elf care package. It's cute. And this package does not contain fruitcake. It most likely will contain a clootie dumpling, or as Sassenachs know, the plum pudding. I got a Prism Studio. This is the hot foil plate. It's for when you've actually already foiled something and then you have the leftover foil. If you use the solid foil plate, you can get a secondary image with the reverse on it and utilize up the rest of that foil so that I'm not having to continuously throw it out. I got some spellbinders because I do love my spellbinder stuff, between the glimmer stuff and the hot foil plates, and their dies. Just really like it. These are 2, this one's recent. So this one is the Fresh Picked Anemones, and this one is a stylish, oh, hello you floral. And I thought that this would go well with the Honeybee Wildflower set with the Columbine and a couple of the Simon Says Stamp ones. And this one's just funky. It's kind of avant-garde meets 60s gypsy, so to speak. So I'm curious how I'm going to be able to kind of incorporate that into the style of cards I use. But happy to have it. So I'll be trying that out. I had to replace my Cosmos Letterpress bundle. It was the plate and the stencil bundle. I had to send it back because the stencils, I had the plate and I loved it. I did a whole bunch of those with it. It's an incredible press plate. It's delicate, and yet at the same time it's very modern. However, the stencils, I had 5 of them in there, and yet it was 2 number 4s. So when I was using the stencils, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, and kind of hit a brick wall on, well, I guess I can't finish those cards out, because you know how it is with stencils, that it's almost impossible to color in between the lines without going over if you're just trying to do it freehand. So it got sent back, and I did order another one. I held off on getting the better press, and yet I love it now. I love it more than I love my glimmer, and that was another one I held off on because I was, oh goodness, outputting the money, and yet they're 2 of the ones that I've been utilizing more in the cards that I've been doing. So this is the Simon Says Stamp one. They had an incredible sale on Amy R, and a few others put out some links for getting through to the sale. And I did go looking for some Nora Nouveau powders, the shimmer powders. Unfortunately, it is really hard to find them now. I understand they're having some kind of supply issue. Instead, I got more Lindy's Magicals, yay! And because we are in Canada, I got Great White North and Northern Lights. And Northern Lights is very apt because last night, the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis up here, were incredible. Anyway, in the Northern Lights one, they have Polite People Purple, Maple Syrup Bronze, Emerald Egg, because yes, we do use egg quite a bit, Canadian Bacon Blush. Now that one I am not really certain what I'm going to do with, but we'll swatch it out. We'll see what we got. And Hockey Puck Black, because I was curious with the Hockey Puck Black, like a black shimmer like that. I'm wondering if it's going to break down into different colors. And I don't have any other Lindy's Magicals or any other shimmer powder that actually is a black tone. The other one on the Great White North set, we have Bant Blue. Like, look at that. Is that not amazing? It's a cross between like a cobalt and an ultramarine blue. I bet it's going to swatch spectacularly. Poutine Gold. Hello. It's one of my outstanding jokes that I do on the live chats that we get going when people will bring up French fries and I'll say, poutine. Canadian thing to do, eh? We have O Canada Crimson. That is a really good red. The other one I've got with the Lindy's is a white magenta-y. Looney Toony Teal. We call our money up here loonies and toonies. So loonies are $1, toonies are the twosies. And we do actually have coins that have silver on the outside with gold in the middle. Beaver Tail Brown. Yes, we do have beavers here, even in the area where I live. And yes, I have seen many dams. Simon Says stamp. CZ Design. Kathy Zilski. Hello. Can you go wrong with Cassie Gilsey's stamp? So what did I get this one for? Crafty Meal in the House. And the joke, which means it costs 5 times more than a store-bought card. I mean, have you seen my craft room? Hello. Yeah, that would be my craft room. And then, okay, so I lied about the cash. Hashtag, always keep them guessing. I love anybody that does hashtags too. And just the bit that, Happy Meal, a good meal just for you, no cash enclosed. Not a bill, Happy Meal. So it's stuff that you can stamp on the outside of the envelope as well too. And just fun, because Kathy is fun, right? Alt New. This was what the big sale was about, was that Alt New at Simon Says Stamp. They had, I think it was 20% off that particular day. And I went through and I looked, and several of them were cleared out already, but this one really caught my eye because I actually don't have a single stem rose stamp or die cut, and it does have the die cuts for it. And Alt New, of course, are known for their flower ones. So I would love to try this one out. And I like the fact that they've got the smaller sentiments too that you can add underneath a bigger die cut sentiment. So that's going to be a good one to go for. More CZ Design. Thank you, Kathy. Chin Up. Salut. Je parle un peu de. So salut and bestie. Just for fun, for sending out to friends. More bread press. Yay, we're all obsessed with mushrooms lately. This one's actually a pretty good size too. I am thinking that I might use that for the Color Throwdown Challenge this week because one of our other ladies actually did her card with the mushrooms or toadstools, as they may be, for inspiration. And I really liked how she kind of did an antique edge around it. And she has inspired me, so I might just pull that one out for this weekend. Now this one, the Alt New Sweet Expressions die set, got because I wanted a different font with just our standard sentiments. Most of us use like hello, thanks, quite often here for you. You can use that on sympathy cards as well. Love you for the Valentine's and Mother's Day and things like that. And it was on sale, so we're going to give that a try. Waffle Flowers. I've been wanting this posted collage die set. So this is the base one for the Waffle Flowers, and they've got several stencils for this. They've got several secondary dies now. They've got like Christmas collections, fall collections on this. I thought, well, I'm just going to start out with the postage collage set because all these little inner parts, I could actually just use some of, when you've got the smaller stamps, so not a full-size one, but you've got often quite like tiny stamps. It's like, okay, what do you do with them? So let's just plunk them in each of these and get on that bandwagon for doing the postage cards. This one, Alt New, is the picture frame die set. And I wanted it because of the barring around here. It seems like I use the same ones kind of over and over and over. I'm not really into the super ornate, but I want something that's just classical with a little bit of a twist. And I'm going to give those a try and see how they do. This is the Linear Crossroads die. I thought that could add some good texture in the background. I've got one that kind of does like cheesecloth or burlap. This one, though, is a little bit more linear, so we'll try that out. And this one is the layered geo cover die. I like it because, of course, you've got a circle in the center and this as well too. So I thought that that would go with, like, I've got a couple of embossing folders that are similar, so I could put a embossing folder behind and then this on top, and then of course your main stamp image with sentiment just as a focal point right in the center. And as well, we got some of the picket fence neutral hearts because several people are using the little clay hearts. These ones are in white, gray, and black, and they've got the iridescent sequins as well too, which I don't tend to use because I find now that we're all going for that flat confetti type. However, they are pretty and they could go for shaker cards. I've got some half pearl hearts, but they end up kind of looking a little clunky on your cards, so I just wanted to refine it up a little bit. So that is what I'm playing around with right now, and as I said, I got most of it on sale. Thank you very much, Simon Says Stamp. And we will get to mess around with it. I still have my Close to My Heart one to look forward to, and that one was amazing. It was very sad. Most of the stuff was quarter price or a fifth price, so 25% or 20% of original price, and sad to see them close their doors. But in the meantime, we've got these other companies still to keep us going and feed our wonderful addiction that we have, which helps other people because we're sharing handmade kindness. Anyways, you all go out and be that change you want to see in the world today, and I'm going to endeavor to continue doing so and trying to be a better person as well. And we'll see you all next time. Okay, thanks everybody. Have a good one.